Mint Live, Spirit and Coffee. Got my coffee here. Yum. Oh, coffee. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start reading from the Four Agreements. And let's see. Okay. Okay. So we are on page 84. If you live in the past stream, you don't enjoy what is happening right now because you will always be different than it is. You always wish it to be different than it is. There is no time to miss anyone or anything because you are alive. Not enjoying what is happening right now is living in the past and being only half alive. This leads to self-pity, suffering, and tears. You were born with the right to be happy. You were born with the right to love, to enjoy, and to share your love. You are alive, so take your life and enjoy it. Don't resist life passing through you because that is God passing through you. Just your existence proves the existence of God. Your existence proves the existence of life and energy. Obviously, if we exist, good morning. Hey, Byman. Byman. Hi, Facebook people. I don't know who's active on Facebook, but good morning to you. So we are the vessel of God. The energy itself that moves through us, the fact that we exist, is pretty amazing, to be honest with you. I've talked about this before, about how amazing it is that we are human. Good morning, Rachel. That we are human, that we are alive, that we actually have a body, that we are able to utilize this body, that we are able to move forward with our body. The fact that we have a heartbeat, the fact that we have hands to pick things up, or that we're able to walk around and explore, that we're able to see. I mean, the mere existence of our body is pretty phenomenal. It's pretty awesome. And that existence itself proves that there's something greater than us, because I didn't create me. There was something else that created me. Like, I was born through my mother, right? Through my father. And my mom had her eggs in her. My dad had the semen in him. I mean, his sperm. And I didn't make that. I know you all didn't make it. So it was there. It was part of the natural process. And it's that right for us to be here. We were born into the right to live, to exist, to be. Our existence is the mere miracle that God is in motion, that God is alive. God is alive in us. I mean, how could you? People just don't stop to think about this, right? They're so busy doing, their day-to-day stuff, getting ready, taking showers, eating, nurturing, and they don't stop to look at their hands and be like, wow, this is pretty cool. My hands, I have this thing with hands, by the way, but just looking at your hands in general, like, I didn't create these hands, but these hands have done a lot. These hands are able to do things. That's kind of cool. I didn't create them. They're mine. They belong to me. So it's kind of going back to the elemental, the fundamental, the basics of, like, wow, I have this existence, and in me is God in motion. It's understanding that I deserve and I have the right to be happy, joyful. I was born into this right. The right to love, the right to receive abundance, the right to connect, the right to see, the right to hear, the right to walk, to drink, to eat, to explore, whatever it is for you. We were born into that right. And that's pretty awesome. But are you living that existence? Are you not living that existence? And some people don't. Some people are waiting on what? There is no other time. The time is now. This moment. What are you doing this moment that's satisfying, satiating, supporting you to live your best life? In this moment, this particular moment. Not tomorrow, not what happened the day before. We don't need to know or prove anything, just to be. To take risks and enjoy life is all that matters. Say no when you want to say no and say yes when you want to say yes. You have the right to be you. You can only be you when you do your best. When you don't do your best, you are denying yourself the right to be you. That's a seed that you should really nurture in your mind. You don't need knowledge or great philosophical concepts. You don't need to accept others. You express your own divinity by being alive and loving yourself and others. It is an expression of God to say, hey, I love you. This is life is easy yet complex. The easiness of life, right? What is easy? Well, what's easy is that we're just here to love. We're just here to be. We're just here to exist. We're here to explore. We're here to not, but we make things complicated. We add in all of these things like pressure on ourselves, pressure on other people, pressure on who needs to do what or who should be doing this. Just be. Allow yourself to just be. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to bring it up because it's becoming this worldwide phenomena, and it's just almost nearly impossible not to talk about it because everybody is, and I hear this word every day, and it's driving me bonkers. So, gotta say, this coronavirus thing, and everybody's up in upheaval and freaking out about it. Now, the only reason people will freak out about a virus is because they're afraid to die. But when you realize that you're immortal and that you're everlasting, you're not afraid. And if you're doing everything that you can in your life, if you're leaving it all on the field, if you're doing everything possible to live your best life, then you're going to be okay. You're not going to have regret. People that want to live and are afraid to die, it's mostly because A, they're afraid that they don't live forever. Two, they probably have regrets that they didn't get to experience everything they wanted in life because they're not living their God life. They're living somebody else's life. I tell my mom all the time, if I die tomorrow, I would be okay. Because why? Because I've done everything I wanted. Not everything. I mean, I have new bucket lists, of course, but I do everything I want to do. I go for it. Do I fail? Sure. Does it matter? No, because I tried it. I'll know if it's not for me. The same for you guys. Go out and do the thing you wanted to do. If you fail, oh well. Now you know that's not for you. And you could just move on with your life and be okay that you tried it. People are so afraid of death, they don't realize that they're immortal, they're forever. But they're afraid because, oh, I didn't travel, I didn't get to see what I wanted to see. Well, why aren't you doing what you want to do? Why aren't you doing those things that you want to do? What's holding you back from actually discovering life and being in your God self and exploring and saying yes to the things you want to say yes to? And stop saying yes to the things you don't want to do and getting stuck in this perpetual cycle of things that are uncomfortable and you don't want to do them and they just don't fit for you. And you continue to do them for what? What is the purpose? To look good? To get recognition? Who cares? Who cares? When you're here to merely experience the beauty of this life and just be. Just be. How do we just be? But everybody's up in a panic. Oh, well, this and that. And it's like, okay, now, is there anything wrong with that? No. All I'm saying is that you guys have the potential and the ability to do exactly what it is that you want to do. It takes faith, it takes courage, it takes determination. It's not easy, but when you get there, it's so fun. It's so fun. It's like challenging yourself every time. Not looking at others and being like, oh, I'm going to compete with them. You're not them. No need to compete with people because you're not them. You're never going to be them. You can look up and aspire and say, oh, this is how they did it. I'm going to try it and see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll tweak it. But you were born to be you, 100% you. That is awesome. Good morning, Suzanne. It's awesome that you were born to be you. Don't let anybody minimize that or do. It's up to you. But the more that we minimize it, the more that we minimize ourselves, the more that we think that we have to be someone we're not, and the more that we sell out on ourselves, the further and further away we get from our joy, our happiness, and our internal passions, desires, determination to do what we need to do in life. We get further away. So standing up for what you feel is right for you is critical. And this is a big problem for people, myself included, at times, getting better at it. Speaking your truth, speaking who you are, not holding back, being authentically you. Some people are not going to like it. And that's the reason why we don't, because we're afraid. We're afraid that people won't like us. We're not here to be liked. We're here to be us, completely 100% us. We can't be anybody else. Everybody else is taken. I really like that quote. You can't be anybody else. Everybody else is taken. Be you. You're so phenomenally blessed, beautiful, and abundant. And you guys hopefully know that. If you don't know that, start knowing that. Good morning, Mark. Good morning. What is that? Rad Ganad 86. I don't know. Kaza. Blue Boy. Good morning. Good morning, Iconic. Good morning, whoever else is on Facebook. I don't know who else is here. I'm just going to take another sip of my coffee. So cheers to you guys. Take a drink of your coffee. I think we should do a drinking game for coffee. You know how they do those drinking games with alcohol? Well, we're going to do it with coffee because I don't drink alcohol. So every time I say a certain word, y'all can drink. Take a sip. All right. So living your best life, being you, being here, being now, not being afraid, and this virus and all this stuff that's going on, and this craziness. And yeah, we have lost. Maybe the people that lost the people to this virus are upset and hurt, and part of life. That's part of life. It's part of the great cycle. Things die off, things are born. Things die off, things born. Things go extinct and new things arise. We have new phenomena, new this, new that. And we're afraid because we're, as a species, we want to live, we want to exist. That is our natural instinct, is to live. Okay, typically that is our natural instinct. Not everybody. Some people kill themselves, okay? That does happen. But in a typical human being, we will fight for our survival. We will fight to live. We will fight to exist. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying your fight to exist is for what purpose? Is it because you're not living your life? Is it because you're not doing the things that you want to do? Is it because you didn't take that vacation you wanted to take and now you're afraid you're never going to get there? Or you didn't spend time with the people that you loved and now you're afraid that you can't get the time back? Or is it because you didn't start that company that you wanted to start and you're afraid that's never going to happen? Or maybe it's the class that you wanted to take, or you wanted to get your degree, or you wanted to, I don't know, whatever it was. You wanted to paint, you wanted to dance, you wanted to sing, you wanted to do all these things, and you never tried. You never even gave it a shot. And now you're like, time's running out. I don't know. And now there's crazy outburst of this viruses or whatever, and people are afraid and they're freaking out and they're like, I want to survive so that I can get to that vacation that I wanted. Just do it. Just do it. What are you going to lose? God is abundant. You're not going to. You're not going to lose anything. If anything, you're going to gain the understanding that failure is part of the process and it's okay to fail. And that when you do fail, you get a little bit closer to your divine birthright, to your God self. You get a little bit closer and clarity. You get a lot of clarity around this, right? It becomes clearer what you're here to do. Your purpose becomes clearer when you fail. It's not just about the success, it's the clarity of why you are here. What is your purpose? People are asking all the time. I said, do you know your purpose? People don't know their purpose. They're just running around without a purpose. It's okay to do that. But most people that are running around without a purpose are not satisfied. They're trying to understand why they can't be satisfied. They go out, they make a lot of money, they buy a car, they're still not satisfied. They go out, they make a lot of money, they have fancy houses, fancy jewelry, all this stuff, and they're still not happy. And they can't understand why. Why? Because the most powerful thing that we can do is find a purpose in life, is to live in purpose. I have a friend who said they don't want purpose. Okay, fine. Is it serving you? Probably not serving you. And it's okay if you don't want it. People that live with purpose tend to be happier. They tend to be okay with the process of life and death. They tend to understand that they're here on a mission. They have a reason to actually to create or do something in their life. So what is your purpose? What are you here to do? Just be. You're here to explore. You're here to figure it out. Go out and do that thing. So that is your homework today. Your homework today is to go out in life and figure out what it is that you want to do. List the things that you haven't done. Take a pen, get a paper, and write all the things that you wanted to do that you didn't do, that you haven't done, the goals that you wanted to achieve, and start working on them. Don't wait. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Year goes by. I'll do it next year. New Year's resolution comes. I'll do it tomorrow, 10 years, 5, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70, 80, 90 years on your deathbed going, I never did anything I wanted to do. I said I wanted to take the trip. I never took it. Why? Why? Why didn't you? I didn't spend time with that person I wanted to. Why? Now, this moment, not tomorrow. Don't look at the past. It didn't happen. What's happening right now to push you forward, right in this moment. This moment is so critical. It's so perfect. It's so beautiful. It's perfectly perfect this moment right now. So seize every single moment that you have. Okay. So there you go. That is the message for today. Write the things down that you haven't done and start to live into them. I know what I haven't done that I want to do. I have a new bucket list. I've gone through 50 bucket lists because I keep doing them and I keep living into the bucket list. I just say, I'm going to do it and I do it. I don't wait on it. So I have mine that I'm working on too. And I'll get to them because I know myself, because I'm determined to do the things that I want to do, things that I love. Just like you should be determined to do the things you love. So go paint that picture, go write that book, go travel around the world, go, I don't know, hit up some coffee shops. Something I wanted to do is go around the world and drink different coffees, which I have done a couple. I've gone to Barcelona, and I've had their bonbon or something coffee because I want to try it, see what it's like, you know. So go around the world. I've been to India, try their coffee, to Thailand. I mean, come on, you guys, let's go. Let's go. All right. So there you go. I love you guys. This is a very short one, but we're gonna get through it, and we're slowly treading through the book. We have some time with it, okay? Go out and live your best life. Remember, you are abundant. Remember, you are God in motion. Remember that you have the power to create the life that you deserve. Okay? Good. Awesome. Cheers to you. Salud. Taco Tuesday. Go out and have some taco and some coffee. That sounds very weird. But maybe you can have some like sweet tacos. I don't know. Choco taco. Those are like ice cream tacos. Okay. So I love you guys. Have the most beautiful day ever. And of course, I will be seeing you all tomorrow. Okay, salud. Bye.